Hey guys, I wanted to share you guys with a few books that I collected over the past 7 years, I would say, because two of these books were, three of these books were given to me, and I wanted to share it with you. Um, the first book I want to show you is a book that was given to me um, by my reading teacher, I believe. It is called Here There Be Dragons. And this book, I haven't read it. Actually, all these books I never read. They were just given to me. So, if you would want me to read some of them one day or in one of my videos, I would definitely read one for you. But for this video today, I'll just be showing you the my books. So this book is actually one of my favorite books because of the cover, and also because inside the book there are very interesting pictures that goes with the storyline. So one thing about me is that I love books with picture. I cannot read a book without picture unless it is a mystery book. But if not a mystery book, I really can't read it without pictures. I know it makes me sound like a kid, but people don't realize that pictures kind of express what the book is about. It's not really so far of not wanting to read. It's the fact that when you read a book and there's no pictures in it, it's like you can't really get the full experience of reading a book. And mostly every page that you turn is just all words. It's like, can I have a little bit of inspiration? So I would highly recommend you, if you want to read a mystery book as this one, I highly recommend that you find one with books. And if it doesn't have pictures, you could see if you can go on Google and look up the book and go to images. So maybe that the book will have some type of role play or some type of visual experience. So yes, this book is really good. It is by James A. Owen. I don't know if I said that first. And it's a vivid imagination trip. And for me, I love dragons. So I love dragons and dinosaurs. So I would read this book. Actually, my favorite movie so far is Jurassic World. I'm literally obsessed with that movie. I've watched it almost 10 times. I would say 8 so far. And now that I'm talking about it, I actually want to watch it. So, yes, I'm really, really obsessed with the movie. And it's really weird because, like, I used to hate dinosaurs, but watching Jurassic World and finally get to see actually all the Jurassics in a row was kind of cool. And I actually watched the movie in 3D, so it was an actual experience. Like, I was actually in the movie, actually running from the dinosaur. So that was cool. So I think that if you find this book anywhere, I would recommend you read this book. So, Here There Be Dragon is a really good book. So, set this here. The next book is a very, very, very old book. It's actually a legend. It's actually, if you are a 90s kid or 80s or 70s kid, you kind of know this book. This is Uncle Tom's Cabin. Now, before I got the book, I've heard so many stories about this book, and it was to a point where it was like, I have to read it. But I literally never read it. As long as I got it, I never read it. I've had this book for almost, I could say almost 5 years, and I never read this book, like ever. But I wanted it because this picture is the most very interesting picture, because he's literally in the cabin, and it's like, you can, I don't know if you can see, but there's a door right there, and it's like, he has like a book in his hand, it's like he's reading, and I think that is really interesting. Now, like I said before, that I like books with pictures. This book doesn't have pictures at all, and that's why I never read it. So, like I said, you can look on Google and see if you can find any type of information on a book as far as picture like. But Uncle Tom's Cabin is one of the most recognized books. A lot of people have talked about it to me growing up. My aunts and family, friends, associates. A lot of people have grew up to this book, and it's by Harriet Beecher Stowe. And I like how she is, I don't know, I just like the way the people talk about it. One day I'm gonna actually read it, but I don't know, just something's drawing me away from it, but something's drawing me to it. I think it's because it has no pictures that it's making me not want to read it. And this book is a very highly educated book. Like, certain words, and you can tell that it is from back at that time, because books nowadays don't really have all that, all the big words, and that's what I like about this book, because it has big words. And I don't know if I could find a big word in this book right now. Okay, degraded. That's one. Glory. That's another one. Provision. Yeah, it's just a lot of big words. Characteristic, it's just, not just those, but it's a lot of words in this book that I can't find at the moment, but there are big words in this book, and something in these words you normally, as a young adult, you don't use. But I think that, if you read this book, I think that you will like it, and I also like the fact that this book is actually black. It's actually a black cover. It's just, this is covering it. And so yeah, I think that Uncle Tom's Cabin would be a really good book to read. And this is actually the first biggest book. So yeah, that I have. The next one is The Witch of Blackbird Pond. This book was actually a gift from my English teacher. She gave me this book because when I used to go to her class, I used to read. Instead of paying attention to class, I would read. So she gave me this book to read. And one thing I like about this book is that it is like very interesting how you can see the town through her, and she has a book in her hand. And it's like she's the main character of the book. And it's not even just because she's the main character of the book, but she goes through a lot of trouble in this book. The back of it says, Kit Tyler knows as she gazed for the first time at the cold, bleak shores of Connecticut County, that her new home will never be like the shimmering Caribbean islands she had left behind. She is like a tropical bird that has flown to the wrong part of the world, and in the stern Puritan community of her relatives, she soon feels caged as well, and lonely. In the meadows, this only place where she can feel completely free, she meets another lone and mysterious figure, the old woman known as the Witch of Blackbird Pond. But when their friendship is discovered, Kit faces suspicion, fear, and anger. She herself is accused of witchcraft. So, if you're into witch books or books talking about someone being a witch or whatever, I will say this book will be the perfect book for you. And one reason why I like this book is because of the fact that the cover kind of draws you in, because like she's just sitting there lonely. And when I read the back of it, and now, when I first looked at the cover, I said, it might not be that good. But when I read the back and then looked at the cover again, I was like, maybe, So I actually only read the first page of this book. Like, I never actually read the book. I literally never read none of these books, but I kept them because they were a gift. So sorry if this video is long, going on 14 minutes. So the last book is Sycamore Row by John Grisham, whatever. And what brought me to this book was the cover. Lonely Man in the Woods, and it's a road, Sycamore Row. And I never actually read this book at all. I mean, I read the first page of the book, and the first part actually shows all the books that this guy, John Grisham, had made. So this is kind of a really cool book. So and it says the best of his books. You know, the best of his books. I kind of don't like the way it said that, because the best of his books is like, you know, his books was okay, but this one is the best, you know. Probably not that way, but it's kind of sound like that. It's really, I think this book was about racism or peace and struggle for peace. So I would say that this is one of my favorite books. Now, I probably wouldn't say read this book, but you probably can because of the cover. And it's like, I don't know. You can try it. So, these are all the books that I have so far. And I hope that one of these books you like. If you want me to read one of these books, you can let me know. I will do a video where I'm reading one of these books. As long as it's not Okutown Cabin. I probably don't think I would like that book. But any other three, I mean, if you want me to read it, I will. But whatever book you like. And I hope that you guys will pick a book that I can read. And I hope that you like my book collection. So these are childhood items that I grew up with. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you pick a book so that I can read, and thanks for watching.